Algebra 1 skills number 13, solving linear inequalities. So inequalities and equations are very much the same as far as how you do them. Most of the process is the same, but there are two differences. Difference number one is if you multiply or divide by negative number on both sides, you're going to flip the inequality sign. So we'll talk about why that is when we see an example. And secondly, you generally, with inequalities, have a whole interval of solutions. So it's not just one solution. Most linear equations, except for those special cases of no solution and infinite solutions, have exactly one solution. Well, inequality has a whole range of solutions. There's generally, it's according to what, if you have a compound or not. If it's not a compound inequality, you generally have one border, but there's lots of solutions. So those are the two differences. So here's a simple example. Notice here, instead of an equals, we have a greater than sign, but you're going to do it the same way. You're still going to distribute. You're still going to add 18 to both sides. You're still going to divide by 2. Okay, and so you get x is greater than 11. So that's similar to just simply saying x equals 11, but it's greater than 11. So what we have then is a number line where anything shaded is a solution. All right, so that would include anything you see in purple here. So not 11 itself, because 11 is kind of a border. So 11 itself is not greater than 11, but 12 is. And you can see here, this one goes by 2, 14, 16. Everything shaded is greater than 11, even 11.01 right here. So as you can see, you've got a different answer in that there's a whole number line, and otherwise the process is pretty much the same. Second example, though, we'll have a difference. Here we combine like terms, just like it was an equation. Add 9 to both sides, okay. But notice that we're going to have a situation here. I painted this in red because what we're going to do is divide by negative. If you multiply or divide by negative, this has to flip. Okay, so notice that it went from less than or equal to greater than or equal to. And the reason for that is the nature of negative numbers. If you think, say, just 2 and 1, everybody knows 2 is bigger than 1. But if you go on the opposite side of the number line, -1 is actually bigger than -2. So because you're transitioning from positive, negative, or vice versa, you have to take that feature into account. That's why we have to flip that. Okay, so again, that's multiply or divide by negative. Now, if you subtract, that's not the case. So because a negative's involved doesn't mean you're going to flip. Only when you multiply or divide both sides by a negative number. That's the only time it's going to flip. And then, like before, the solutions, there's multiple solutions. This time it includes 4 because you have this or equal to option. So x greater than or equal to 4. Anything shaded is a solution. Anything not shaded is not a solution.